There's a new war that's going on in America right now, and in the past we had war on drugs, and as I think today, it seems like we have a new war, and that's the war on racism, and it should be labeled that. It should be a commercial campaign called the War on Racism, and it starts with toppling down the founding fathers of this country, toppling down every statue of the founding fathers that found this country on slavery, on murder, you know, on war or whatever. But yeah, this country was not founded on the principles that they sing about in the national anthem. You know, they're very hypocritical. So, if you want to fix racism, if you want to end racism, and I do applaud white people for doing this, because black folks ain't doing this, to be honest with you. Black folks are not bringing these statues down, y'all. These are white folks. White institutions having meetings that are doing this. You know, the black people are, now we are behind it. You know what I'm saying? We are the consciousness behind it all. And they are the physical entities that are doing it. Bless them for doing it, you know. So you want to end racism? I applaud the challenge that you're facing. I applaud you for taking on the challenge to end racism. I applaud that, white America. I salute you. I applaud you. And it's not just white America, it's all of America working together, as it should be. You know, we are evolving. I mean, I can actually say humanity is evolving. Consciousness, you know, is evolving in the human being. In the Caucasian human being, consciousness is evolving. And I really like that. I really am I'm very happy to see that. You know, I'm impressed, because this wouldn't have happened 10 years ago, 30 years ago. And, you know, white people see what's going on, and they tired of it too. They always knew. They always knew. They always knew about that. They knew that Confederate flag was bullshit. They knew that Confederate flag was always a slap in our face. They always knew that. Whether they wanted to admit it or not is another thing. But I applaud them for I admire them for wanting to, you know, abolish racism in this country. Because they don't have to do that. They're on top. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to diminish your own power? You know what I'm saying? But it's because the consciousness is evolving. Consciousness is evolving You know what I'm saying? The overall consciousness of this country is evolving. The overall, you know, not everybody is evolving, but the people that are evolving are hollering the loudest, and I love to see it. And taking down statues, Jefferson Davis statues, Ulysses S. Grant, Theodore Roosevelt. Donald Trump is having a baby about it. He is pissed. Andrew Jackson, they taking his statues down. Thomas Jefferson, taking his statues down. And oh my, even George Washington, the great founder of this country, of this racist country, George Washington himself, his statue was toppled. In the words, slave owner. I love it. I really do love it. I really am impressed. And you know, if it was just black folks doing this, they'd be shot. They would be fucking shot, and y'all know it. They would be rounded up, beat up, killed, everything. But we do need help to end racism. I mean, we do need the compliance of white people to end racism, because, like I said, white people are tired of it too. The white people that are evolving consciously are tired of this mess, because a lot of these, you know, we got America's supposed to be a melting pot. A lot of white people have black family members nowadays. We have interracial couples nowadays. You know, we just embedded into this country, and we have to kill this racism. And I applaud it. I applaud them. I applaud all of us for trying to bring this shit to an end. You know what I'm saying? We here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. And the racist past have to go. The racist past have to go. If these, you know what I'm saying? If today, if owners of pro sports teams are being exiled from owning a team after some racist controversy that they was involved in, if they've been outed for being racist, which a lot of owners are or have been outed for being racist and lost their status. Some lost their teams, some had to sell their teams. Some people lost their status, some people lost their jobs because they was found out to be racist. Well, why not go in the past and do the same thing for these Confederate presidents, these Confederate generals, these racist slave owners, these important slave owners, these presidents that had slaves? Why not do it to them too? And Donald Trump is having a fit about it, because when he say make America great again, he wants slavery back. He wants the racists back. You know what I'm saying? That's great to him because he's white. So he don't give a damn. You know, as long as he's in power, as long as what looks like him is in power, white people, he don't have a problem. And I think he had a problem with Obama because he was black. Because he felt he was losing power. He felt his people was losing power when Obama became president. You know what I'm saying? So as long as his people on top, as long as what he thinks is his people, people that look like him is on top, he don't give a damn if they're racist or not. As long as we're on top. That's a dangerous person that was elected to be the president of this country. But it's a beautiful thing to see, man. These statues are coming down. Beautiful to see. Maybe there's hope for us yet. But like I said, what's happening is the overall consciousness is evolving. Especially the people that matter. Because they're the ones who hollering the loudest. It's a beautiful thing to see. And this is the war on racism in America. America's the leader, and it would be a beautiful thing if there was no more racism in the world, particularly in America. That would be a beautiful thing to see, man. If our consciousness keep evolving like it is, it may happen. I think it can happen. You know what I'm saying? All this hate, and then the racist, this racist country, this systematic racist country is the birth, is the epicenter of all the problems that you have in this country with black folks. All the problems that you want to blame black people for, its beginning is racism. It stems from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got bees in your house, right? And you trying to get rid of the bees, and you kill the bees, but there's bees that keep coming. There's bees that keep coming. And your solution is to kill, just kill the bees. That's your solution, but that's not going to fix the problem. What fixes the problem is finding the beehive in the house. Once you find the beehive, you can throw it out, stump it out or whatever, but get it out of your house. That solves the problem. And that beehive represents this American systematic racism. This American racist systematic system. That's the beehive. That's the solution. You got to get rid of that beehive. You just can't stump out the bees in the house. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of of where it comes from. The beehive. You got to take that out. And that's what the statues toppling represents, that beehive. The statues, the bringing down of the statues, that's a start. That's a start. That's a start. Because you got to go to the beginning of how all this shit started in the first place. Of how all this racist shit started in the first place in this country. You got to go to the beginning of how this country was formed. And that's what they're doing, and that's great. And then after this, after the statues, you go on to the next phase. The government body, the institutions, the corporations, you go with the government body, you go with passing new laws. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. Peace out.